Hi, I'm Luke Timmerman, the founder and editor of Timmerman Report. I'm a Seattle-based biotech journalist, been covering this event for many years. Pleasure to be here at Life Science Washington's annual conference, Life Science Innovation Northwest. And with me today is Rhonda Rhyne. She's the president and CEO of Prevencio. So welcome, Rhonda.
Thank you so much, Luke. It's great to be here.
So how many years have you been coming to this conference?
5 years.
And what brings you here? What draws you back each year?
There's so many different things. One, there's just a complete list of very interesting speakers. Keynote speaker this morning was Lee Hood. We were very fortunate to have him and have him share his insights on the advancement of medicine, personalized medicine. The companies that present here are from the Northwest, and you get to hear exciting advancements in them. Sometimes they're repeat companies, sometimes they're new companies, and then you just get to see your colleagues and get caught up.
Great. So are you actually presenting here on behalf of Prevencio?
I am presenting tomorrow for Prevencio about 10 o'clock and also moderating a panel on point-of-care testing in the morning. Great.
So can you tell us a little bit about what do you do at that company, Prevencio?
At Prevencio, we're developing a multi-protein panel and using an algorithmic analysis to determine whether a patient has obstructive coronary artery disease. We're also looking at being able to predict whether a patient in 1 year will have a heart attack, a stroke, or die of cardiovascular death.
Wow. So how does this compare to what we already have for predicting people's risk of heart attack and stroke?
Yes. Well, we've submitted results to the European Society of Cardiology and the American Heart Association scientific sessions for 2016. So we can't disclose specifics, but I can tell you if you compare it to standard of care like nuclear treadmills, regular exercise treadmills, we do significantly better. And also, we're using the gold standard of coronary cath, where we're literally going into the coronary arteries and seeing if there's obstruction or not. And that is the gold standard. You cannot get anything more definitive than that.
So you're taking a sample and running it through a computer algorithm to see what's happening at the molecular level?
What proteins, and we have a panel of proteins that we're looking at that can distinguish between whether you have obstruction or you don't. We have a strategic alliance with Mass General Hospital on over 1,000 coronary cath patients.
And how does the standard of care work today? I would imagine they look at images for these obstructions.
Well, they do a number of things. If you were a patient presenting to the emergency department with chest pain, they would immediately put an EKG on you and do a blood test called troponin. And if those are positive, they'll send you right to the cath lab because those are the standard of care. They're in the guidelines. Although they're not always accurate, they're the best we have. The challenge is if those aren't conclusive, they keep you in the emergency department, you continue to have those tests. You may have an exercise treadmill or a nuclear treadmill, which takes hours, sometimes a day, to schedule, get the results. They might do something called a computed CT angiogram, which has radiation exposure, a lot of expense. Many hospitals don't have them, but they kind of work you up. And if they're still not sure, a lot of times they'll just send you to the coronary cath lab to have this very invasive procedure that can cause death. It's about $40,000 a procedure, and if you don't need it, it would be far better not to have it. And there's over 1 million of those done a year, and up to 50% of them are not needed, meaning there's no obstruction. So our value proposition is if we can more accurately help triage which patients need it versus those that don't.
So you can hopefully avoid some unnecessary procedures that are expensive, invasive. Do you think that this will actually save time and money in the healthcare system?
Absolutely. And if you can't save time and money in today's healthcare system, you don't have any chance of getting your product adopted.
Where did this come from?
The initial research was out of University of Pittsburgh, and the company was formed, and we've taken it to the next level.
So you have some data coming out later this year.
Yep.
What other milestones or catalysts do you have as you look ahead?
Yeah, there's a number of them. We have financing goals. Right now, we've got a $2 million convertible note that's almost fully subscribed, and then we will open up our Series C, which the $2 million will convert into. It'll be a $20 million equity round, which will help fund the development of our kit and do the pivotal FDA trial. So that's on the financing side. The clinical side, obviously, is getting the kit done and doing the pivotal trial, which will be in 17-18 time period. And then we're looking at partnerships for the platform, for distribution, and hopefully acquisition.
Many entrepreneurs dream of that day coming someday. So now I know that you're on at least a couple of other boards. Is that right?
Yes, in addition to Prevencio's board, I also serve on Aminex Therapeutics, which is an immuno-oncology company in Kirkland, and also Otonexus, which is a Seattle-based company using ultrasound to diagnose otitis media or middle ear infections. And I'm also on Life Science Washington's board.
So you're staying busy.
I am, and having fun.
What else do you, when you come to an event like this, what do you look for? I'd imagine you meet lots of business contacts, meet some potential new partners. What else?
No, just new ideas. There's also contacts for financing that's available. You get to listen to different business models, different presentation styles, get interviewed by fascinating people like Luke Timmerin. This is such an integral part of the life science community, and I think it gives Life Science Washington and our community here a chance to attract individuals from the outside to come and see what's going on here.
Now, John Wecker, I guess he's outgoing president he's the chairman of the board of Life Science Washington. He made some remark that there's a lack of public understanding that the industry has to deal with, and he really urged members to talk to their legislators, talk to their local reporters, to get the word out about what they do and why they do it. Do you have any ideas on ways members of the biotech community can better engage?
I think just talk about it at every opportunity, and I know we have several opportunities throughout the year to write our legislative body and ask for support for different initiatives. And I think education leads to appreciation. So whether you're educating lay people, you're educating your colleagues about how they can get involved, whether you're educating the lawmaking bodies, we need to be out there talking about what we're doing and the importance of it and how it can change lives and improve the economy.
Great, Rhonda. Well, it was a pleasure being here with you, and best of luck at the rest of the conference today.
Luke, thank you so much.